boy, oh boy, if I didn't know any better, I think Anthony Mackie was trying to sabotage his own movie. Well, alrighty, so it's been about a month and a half or closer to 2 months since we've spoken about Captain America. I think the last thing we spoke about was Captain America for Shizzle, and it seems like not much has changed since we last spoke about it. Now, obviously, outside of the movie world, America decided to vote, and they voted loudly and proudly, and they voted for Donald Trump, which was a mandate upon Hollywood, telling Hollywood, you no longer have an influence on the people anymore. You are no longer the voice that people look at as the beacon of morality. Nobody gives a rat's ass what you think about anything and what you have to say. We're done and sick of your lecturing and all of that BS. We see what is happening in real life, and we don't believe your elitist ass no more. And it seems like many of the celebrities from Hollywood do not know how to handle this at all. The fact that they have lost influence on people, they don't know what to do with that anymore. And because most of these people are NPCs, they are still resorting to type and still trying to act like their words still carried gravitas like it once did. But it doesn't. Now, for many of them, they have either fallen into a state of agitation or a state of confusion, which leads me to the actor of Captain America Brave New World. And I'm talking about Anthony Mackie, the guy who plays Captain Falcon America, aka Captain African America, aka Captain Wakanda America, aka Captain Woke America, which is a movie that is already dead on arrival. But it seems like with what Anthony Mackie just said recently, he is actually putting the nail on the coffin. As if we don't have enough drama surrounding this movie to start with, having multiple rewrites, leading to multiple reshoots, leading to taking some actors out of the movie, leading to bringing some new actors into the movie, leading to them changing the storyline of the movie, leading to them changing the name of the movie, leading to them now having so many failed test screening, leading to them actually having multiple reshoots, which has led them to balloon the budget to over $350 to $375 million, although they are now announcing that they've only spent $180 million. Take that with a pinch of salt, because Disney cannot afford to have another mega $1 million movie fail at the box office. So they want to soften the blow. They want to soften the landing for this particular movie, knowing fully well that it's not going to even make as much as Ant-Man Quantumania. Now, whilst Disney and indeed the MCU are doing their best to salvage something from this movie, it would seem to me that Anthony Mackie is having absolutely none of it, as he recently came out to say this.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Bruh. I don't know if you noticed, but the guy that you were playing has the word America in his name. So if he's not supposed to represent America, what the hell is he supposed to be representing?
It's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. This is kind of like a
trustworthy and dependable, my foot. The guy betrayed Tony Stark, and Tony Stark knew this even way back in the Age of Ultron, hence why the brother said this.
I don't trust a guy without a dark side. Call me old-fashioned.
Well, let's just say you haven't seen it yet.
Thank you, Steve. So even Steve Rogers admits that he's got a dark side, pretty much like America's got a dark side. Pretty much like every country in the world has a dark side. But is it so bad that you shouldn't associate anything good with America? Because the main reason why Captain America was created in the first instance was to kind of like pay homage to the soldiers that went and fought Nazi Germany and brought them down. They fought halfway across the world from their country to protect the rest of the world, then to protect Americans as well. If that's not honorable, if that's not dependable, if that's not integrity, and all of these things that he mentioned, I don't know what is. But I'm thinking, in my own personal opinion, that this guy is viewing America from the perspective of a political standpoint that, oh, now they voted Trump, so the rest of the world is not going to like America because they voted Trump. But you got it all wrong, because the rest of the world, the political cycle, the political pendulum is swinging the other way. He then goes on to pull a Martin Luther King by claiming that kids should not be looking at superheroes superheroes from the perspective of color or race or any of that kind of thing, but that they should focus on the character of that superhero, that is what really matters. However, at the same time, from the other side of his mouth, he still then goes on to say it is important for black children to actually see a black Captain America as well. So it's important for black children to see a black Captain America, a caricature Captain America, a tokenized Captain America, but it's not important for white children to actually be able to see their own self. You see how that actually works out? Isn't that actually stupidity or asinine to you? It's ridiculous to me, in my own personal opinion. I don't see why you couldn't just develop Falcon into a better character. Me personally, I've already said it. Falcon was a tech expert. Now, not in the level of genius or creating as much as, Tony Stark, but he was actually protecting the Avengers lair, right? So they could have actually elevated his status into a more important person, turn into a Batman type of person, turn into a Hawkman type of person who is more influential as a part of the Avengers. Instead, they decided to go the route of demeaning him and reducing him into a black man who goes through racism, because this is the only way they can perceive black people, as poor and as victims. This is how they portrayed him, and it's off-putting for people like me who see through the BS that they are trying to use black characters to portray us as in the world, because this is what they see us as, less than. And it is absolutely ridiculous in my own personal opinion. Hence why nobody's really going for it, because people don't think that way anymore. People don't think that way, and those things that they are trying to portray that black people are going through, we're not going through it in 2025. It's BS, and this is why this movie is going to fail. You had an opportunity to make a better character out of Falcon, leave him as Falcon, make him into a Tony Stark, then let Bucky become Captain America. Let them have that same dynamics between the two of them, where they agree to disagree sometimes and so on and so forth, and sell the exact same characters to people, and people would have bought into it. But instead, you decided to reduce Bucky into nothing and then turn this guy into a tokenized character, and you think that people are just gonna gobble. It doesn't work. It never works. It's failed on a consistent basis. Now, when it comes to Anthony Mackie, you gotta understand that America is a representation of the entire world. That's why he and a whole lot of people are still trying to lose their left nuts to get there. If it was so bad, why are people trying their best to get there, to get to America as much as they possibly can? So I don't know what you say about America or how you perceive America, but that's not how the rest of the world perceive America. And so, in your own words, you gotta do better, brother. But all in all, I think that Anthony Mackie is a pretty solid guy. I think that he was having somewhat of a woke black human movement, and we all go through that moment every now and again, and we feel a certain way. Or probably he was misspeaking, or maybe he tried to say that maybe Captain America shouldn't only be looked at from the perspective of America, but also that he transcends into a dependable man, trustworthy man, somebody who has integrity and all of those other stuff on quality. Maybe that's what he was trying to say. Now, what he said, is it going to hurt the movie? Well, the movie has been seriously hurt to start with, so probably not hurt the movie just as much. But I want to say that it's not really going to change my opinion of the type of person that he is, because one mistake doesn't make me change my entire opinion about a person. I still like Anthony Mackie, and I really wish for a success for his own movie, his own first solo MCU movie for the first time. But whether that's gonna happen, only time will tell. And my guess is probably not. But in any case, you guys, let me know what you think about this whole thing in the comment section below. It took me about 3 days to make this video, for goodness sake. It's really difficult for me to make videos, so please encourage a brother. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ding that bell for notification, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. And hopefully it doesn't take me 3 days. Alright? Saya's back. Bye-bye now.